Yo, what's going on? Yo, if money is infinite, why do we still have poverty? That's a powerful question. And we have to look at our gaps of wealth. Um, a lot of us are in specific situations, I believe, based off of design. And I'm not going to get into the whole um, situation. I'll save that for another video. But I believe a lot of this stuff is by design because when you look at the the wealth gap between the top 1% and the 99%, you notice there's no equality. Everything is so disproportionate and it's got so out of hand that there is no point of return. So if some people on one side of the country, well, not one side, but it's all different states that have different living situations, but they're all in the same manner. Like each and every state practically has a project, and then another in the same state you have the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's in every state, right? It's not just one state. It's every state. So when you think about that situation, you look at it and you were like man, that has to be by design. Ain't no fucking way that everything is exactly the same unless it was meant to be that way. Someone, some not one person in particular, but a group of people that came up with certain ideas to put a certain class of people over here, then take another certain class of people and put them over there and see how it works. And the thing about it is that it's gotten so out of hand. There's there's no way to fix it now, right? And when you talk about infinite money, that's where you look at the oligarchs of the world, the ones that have monopolized everything, put, your mom and pop businesses, or yeah, the mom and pop small businesses, they put them out of business because you could practically do everything from the app for one specific company and they collect all the goddamn profit. So you've taken money out of the communities and you place them with the oligarchs, right? And the infinite money, it's infinite to one social class, right? And the infinite money also triggers um debt, right? And with this debt, it really has fell on the shoulders of the people of poverty. And at this point, it's not just people in the projects. It's what we once called the middle class. They're in the same position. Like you may think because you may have a BMW or something, and you right around the corner from this, the a situation that's not good. But you right around the corner, but you got a BMW, so you don't really think nothing of it. You understand what I'm saying? And I've been in different locations and positions in my life, so I know how they look and I know how they work. Have I ever been in in a Beverly Hills and lived in no, but I've been of attendance, of that, and I see how it works. You got one class over here, and then you got another class. They position them where they'll never ever get out of it. And the bad part about it is that when you talk about poverty, it's not. poverty is not really a location. Poverty is a mindset. So after you located it and you made you made this area just for this social class of people, and they've been there for years, and you expect them to do a 360 and somehow, just elevate out of that situation. No, that's not how it works. And because it's like that, you know, it will never happen. And and like I said, the infinite money is only available to the people of the social class of the oligarchs. When it's time to get taxed, when it's time to get taxed, they get taxed the least. Um, like I said, it's it's a disproportionate situation. So the infinite money is the oligarchs. So the poverty the poverty will always exist. Like these certain oligarchs will go into different communities and they'll gentrify different communities and build it to the perspective as what they want as of a location. So like I said, I believe, you know, of the infinite money, the poverty has been by design. There's a certain class of people that they want to be here, and there's a certain class of people that they want to be here. When you talk about uh Harvard Business Schools, not everybody can get into Harvard Business School. That requires not just money, but specialized connections. You're not just about to walk in there with, straight A's and all these different, aptitude tests, and you still just can't walk in there. These things were made by design. You guys understand what I'm telling you? So will never, the infinite money will never flow through the poverty set areas. They will never improve. They will always be the same. And then we talk about the money printer, right? Where you have infinite money from the money printer. Now, is it a smart idea? Hell no. It's a terrible idea because it continues to put the country in more and more debt. But as long as they know that the dollar is floating around, that you can get a bunch of loans, that you could you could figure out a way to put a strategy together to get the lower social class people to come and get money from you, and you just keep taking interest from them, keep taking resources from them. That's always going to be infinite money for one class of people. So it's always going to be a poverty when it's disproportionate like that. And I've already touched on being in a school system that don't teach you the things that you're supposed to know in order to fight a shark infested world. So there will always be infinite money, not for everybody, not for the some, but for the 1%. And like I said, at one point there was a somewhat of a middle median class. Not no more. I don't care what the fuck you drive. You may have a house, but you're probably paying uh a four or $5,000 for that goddamn house, not including repairs and damages. But that's coming out not of out of multiple upon multiple investments in land, that's coming out of your social securities if you retired, and that could disappear, or you still working your ass to the bone. You're not that you're not that distant from poverty. There's no infinite money flowing through that location. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Um, it's a small channel, but we plan on doing big things. And remember, the truth's in session. Peace.